All right. So how are you today?
I am good. I'm very good,
Fabulous.
actually. How are you?
Well, you know how I am. I'm this way every day and experiencing every day as a miracle because I decide every day that that's how I'm going to experience the day. Every day is a miracle. So, the miracle yesterday was I fit into a size 32 waist.
GNC. You've never, when was the last time you fit
Oh,
in?
geez, I don't even know. Uh, 20 years, no, more than 20 years for sure. Maybe
Oh,
25 years, maybe 25
that's
years. Yeah.
amazing. That's quite
Yeah.
impressive. That's quite
And the
an
weight, my
achievement.
weight is at the same as it was maybe 25, 30 years ago as well. It's never been this low.
That's quite an achievement.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the idea that you chip away at things. So it's not a process that happened like that. It's a process that happened over the space of, you know, 13 years or something. Yeah.
Which is amazing now, don't
Yeah.
you think so? I
Yeah.
think you enjoy it even more today because you've been through the process. It hasn't
Yes.
been a quick fix.
Mhm.
And I can bet that you will keep this weight
Oh yeah.
because
Well, it's gonna go down a little bit.
it's going to go even
Yeah.
more down, and you're going to keep it because you've enjoyed the process. And
Yeah.
I'm saying that because I've done a lot of research on weight loss and all of that, and
Mhm.
just 5% of people who lose a lot of weight are able to keep it, because the hardest
Right.
usually is not to lose weight. The hardest is to keep the
Yeah, to
weight,
maintain it.
yes, to
Yeah.
maintain it.
Yeah.
And what happens also is that most of the time people lose weight, a lot of weight, very quickly. So they
Yeah.
haven't
Right.
been through a process. So they haven't trained their brain, their mind to become that new person they're becoming.
Right. And probably a lot of what's happening is they lose weight really quickly, and all of a sudden they're a new person, and they don't like who that new person
No,
is, or they can't.
I wouldn't say so. I think they become somebody they're not because it has
Okay.
been so quick.
Mhm.
And that's my understanding is that it has been so quick that their mind haven't has not catch up with who they have become.
Yeah.
So they go
Yeah.
back quickly to their old ways. You see
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Because when you're on a diet, I think for me that the way you put it, when I'm on a diet, I become somebody who I'm not,
Yeah.
and I want to after I reach my goal, I want to go back to who I was before, right?
Yeah.
Rather than
That
just
gave that
yeah,
gave you the results you were that you didn't like. You go
yeah,
back to that. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I well, that's one of my five principles is like you establish a practice, and that's the way you live.
Yes,
That's the way
it's
you
a
live.
lifestyle. I've
Yes.
always one of the book, I don't know if I have it here. It's one of the very oh yeah, it's here. It's one of the very first book I read on lifestyle. It's this one, Foodist. I can't I don't know if can you see? Ooh,
Oh, I can't. It's just right out of reach.
yes. Me and my books.
You need a like a step stool or something.
Yeah, so this book, I bought it anyway. This was in France, so it was a long time ago. It's called Foodist, Using Real Food and Real Science to Lose Weight Without Dieting. So
Mhm.
she's the first person who introduced me to the concept of lifestyle and
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
diarrhea. So I mean, she wrote this book a long time ago. I read it, I think, in the beginning of 2000 something.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can find when she wrote it. Yeah, 2013 she wrote it, so I read it right away.
Yeah.
And she talked about lifestyle, because you don't want to be on a diet because or if you're in a diet, it's like your new way of eating, because a diet is a way of eating, but the way
Yeah,
we
right, right. But the way we think of it is like it's a program that we have that we're going to adopt to get to a goal, and then once we're done with that, maybe we'll drop it, rather than
yeah, but
like
it's a
an
lifestyle, so
ongoing.
it's who do you want to be, and it works so well with coaching
Yeah.
because it's who do you want to be? And because like if you, James, you want to be somebody who wears a size 32, then you eat as like someone who wears a size 32. It probably means that you eat moderate, you know, then you don't binge on, you know, things that are not necessary, that just raise your blood sugar and, you know, that are not great for your energy and your body overall. So,
and also what it means for me is like, I adopt that idea of the fasting window, and that's my default way of being in the world. So food becomes something that's not something I'm preoccupied with all the time.
Yes, because, but you know, to go even further, so what you're saying is that you have lost a lot of weight through intermittent fasting and you would like to continue to intermittent fast.
Yep.
And I understand that, I get that. What I want to say is that if you were to go back to eating 3 meals a day and being able to just eat what you need, you would not put on weight. If you just eat.
Right, because it's sort of my way of being, but you'd have to define what a meal is compared to what I thought a meal was, let's say 15 years ago, right?
Yes, but there are two things there. So I have some people who intermittent fast so that they can eat everything they want during their eating windows. People who know that they can't, they just binge eat. So they're like, you know what? I don't want to, how do you say? I don't want to not constrain myself, to limit myself.
To limit myself, to deprive myself.
Exactly. So I just eat for 4 hours, and during those 4 hours a day,
4 hours, I'll stuff myself.
Yes. Yeah. I personally think that it helps them get their results, but it's not for me a favorite way to be, because you're still controlled by food. You still don't have a healthy way of eating.
Yep.
So the intention, you know, today in the newsletter I wrote, it's what's your intention? I don't know if you have read it yet, but I think
not yet.
It's I think I you know, a lot of thought, and I thought it was excellent, because not that because I wrote it, but the thought, it's what's your intention? What's your intention? If your intention is just to lose weight, no matter what, then that's a wonderful way. But if your intention is to be someone healthy, somebody who is not controlled by food, then you will learn to eat in a way that is good for your body and that is good for your weight. So you will just eat more natural food, less processed food. You will limit, if you know what the food does to your body, you will try to know, you know, what kind of food do well for you. Like, for example, I grew up eating rice every day. I grew up from 0 to 18. Every lunch was rice, because that's how we eat in Senegal.
What was it? What accompanied it? Was it just like different?
So yes, it's like rice. You know, so the name of the dishes are different, but the basis is always rice. So it's rice with fish, rice with stew, rice with meat, rice with tomato. You know, one pot rice, or rice and stew, and you know, a lot of things. But so breakfast was regular breakfast, you know, bread and butter and jam, or bread and Nutella and, you know, hot chocolate. And then lunch would be like a proper meal, usually a big meal. So rice with some kind of, but like a complete meal, right? So it has the protein, it has the veggies, it has the carb, and the basis was rice, like a big plate of rice. And so I ate that for 18 years. And so today, I can't eat rice every day because it's not good for my body. If I eat rice 3 days in a row, I see that my weight increases, because I know my body keeps, you know, the water, like the water weight.
Is that because of like an adverse reaction you had to
I think I ate it so much that it's you know, I have become rice resistant, like the insulin resistant, you know, people would say. But I do love rice, so I purposely stay away from it. It doesn't mean that I won't eat it, but I won't eat it every day. I will eat it maybe once a week. Sometimes I'll go a month without eating it, but I am aware because I know what it does to my body, right? So it's, to be, what's your intention? To be conscious and to know what you want. Do you want to is it just about the weight, or is it about your overall health?
Yeah, it's
just about your outlook appearance.
Definitely it's about the overall health, and it's about having actually at the bottom line, at the base of it, it's about having a body that serves me in my creative endeavors.
Yes.
That's what it's about. It's about having a body that supports me in doing what I want to do and being who I want to be. And that doesn't happen when you have 3 meals a day and the morning meal is, let's say, two eggs over medium, 2 slices of bacon, hash browns, toast, and a glass of orange juice or something. Or actually, as a kid, I was indoctrinated into this idea that a healthy breakfast is a bowl of dry cereal with milk and orange juice. It's like
a lot of sugar, for sure.
It's almost all sugar, right? Yeah.
But some people eat that and it's okay. Like I would say, if you're like, sometimes I that I intermittent fast most days too. Yeah. But on weekends or one day when I get up and I don't feel like intermittent fasting, I'll eat 3 meals a day. But my breakfast is going to be eggs and bacon, and that's it.
Yep.
No bread or no anything. And then my lunch is going to be maybe a salad, or and then a regular dinner. And I won't put on weight. But so it's purpose. You can eat 3 meals a day, but it's what's the content of that meal.
Right.
You know? And I have to say, I don't have to worry anymore about putting on weight or not. I know my weight will fluctuate from 0 to 4 pounds, depending on what I eat, depending, of the day, of the month, or things like that.
Yeah.
But so it's like the freedom about food, sometimes I'm invited, I go out and there is, like, my friend was here, like I have friends who come over on Sunday, and I never eat cookies, but she brought this cookie, like this box that of a dough, and we made the cookies, and they were like super thin, and chocolate cookie that I usually don't even like. But I took one, and then I took a second and third. Maybe I ate 5 or 6 on Sunday evening. I know, but it's like super.
They're so good.
But I don't even like cookies, but it was so good. And then I didn't sweat over it. I didn't care. And I even asked to keep the leftovers. There were like 6 or 7 left. And so I kept them. And then yesterday morning, I gave 2 to Noah, 2 to Bella Joy. I put it in their snack box, and I
love it.
The 3 for me, and then I ate them. But like yesterday, I didn't eat until 3:30, and then so when I ate at 3:30, I ate something, and then I ate my cookies, and it was delicious. Right?
We're gonna have to talk more about cookies because I want to tell you that in my Toastmasters meeting last week, one of the guests brought. I think he runs a bakery.
Mm-hmm.
And so he brought a whole box of chocolate chip cookies, really thin, like you were describing, and they're the kind that are they're not crunchy, they're soft and chewy, and it's 6:30 in the morning, and I decided to opt out. I consciously decided to opt out of it, but you're right. I wouldn't have felt. I wouldn't have felt guilty about doing it or anything, but I know that I would have had some effects.
Yes,
that I would have regretted later.
Yeah, because you know yourself. You know what. I know that personally. I will never. I'm not a sweet person. I am very sweet, but I don't like sweets.
Yeah.
I know it's okay. I know that I can't have baguette and cheese in my house every day, because that would, have me, go on the slippery slope.
Yeah.
And I know that I can have charcuterie because I love all of those things. And it's not necessarily, good for the weight I want to have and my body and my health overall, my energy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, again, there too, it's being consciously aware,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, being
Yeah, for
active
sure.
and not passive. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
we're.
Well, let's cut this right here. And this is, I was gonna, well, I'll do this as a teaser, and we may or may not talk about it tomorrow. But I was just thinking we can continue this discussion because I would be interested in how you are handling the Thanksgiving holiday.
Oh, I eat
Yeah.
like
Just
during
eat all
holidays.
day.
I don't, yeah, I just eat.
Yeah.
And then, but because it's 1 day or 2 day, but I don't, again, I will indulge more on the turkey itself and
Yeah.
the veggies
Yeah.
than the
And
because
not the stuffing and the
yes, because the
sweet
thing
potatoes.
is, I want to feel good after a meal.
Yeah.
And when I'm stuffed, I don't like it. I hate
Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
afterwards. So
Yeah.
I know that it's not worth it to just eat and feel
Yeah.
super bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's what's the gain? Is it worth it or not worth it?
Right, right. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us, and
Thank
we'll stop it
you.
right there, and we'll see you
See you.
tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Everybody have a beautiful morning. All right. Yeah, I was gonna